give you a demonstration on how to assemble our Adams xylophone. I've got these labelled with, there are 5 bags here, always must be 5 bags. They're all labelled in the order of which we open them to assemble. So bag number 1, first of all, contains 2 of these units and 4 wheels. So there, one of these for each end. I've assembled one already, and here's the other one, which I'll put together now. The easiest way to get these the right way around is to look at this groove arrangement here. On the wheels we've got grooves on 2 sides but not on the other 2. So you put that in and tighten up 2 screws, one there and one there. They should be nice and firm. So that looks good. And then the other wheel goes in there, and we tighten 2 screws again to tighten. So we've now got these 2, it forms the 2 ends of the xylophone. So now we need the crossbar. The thing we need to do is get the crossbar out of bag number 2. And you'll find it in these 2 pouches on the top. One and the other pouch over here. Being nice and careful with all the casing. Now, put these in. This handle, which is going to hold the other piece in there, goes facing the floor. So put it into any one of these 2, doesn't matter which one. And underneath that tightens in this handle down here. Now before we do anything else, we want to put these little struts down to support down here. Now if it doesn't fit on quite smoothly like that one is not, that means I need to release this again and just ease it out a little till it does fit. It's a bit of a fiddle sometimes just to get it exactly right, but you put it in so that these little grooves are facing downwards. See? And I want to secure these struts just like I did the first time. And I can now tighten this up. So it's nice and firm. Okay. Now to complete the frame, I'm going to join these together in the centre. There we are, and that just gets tightened up like so. Alright, so we now have a frame. These wheels are all lockable, and so once we're ready we can just lock a couple of them, or all of them, or whatever you're most comfortable with. And so now we're ready to put the framework on, and I'm going to put these ends on. If you look at it, you've got, these are where we're going to slot in the frames, and this widest end will go facing the audience, nearest the audience, and the narrow end nearest the percussionist. And it just slots on these 2 holes here, and then this is going to screw into the centre to secure it. So it slots on, and then you secure it with same thing at the other end. This is a short piece, but again the wide end nearest the audience, narrow end near the musician, and again lock that into place. So get back into bag number 2, and I'm going to pull out these of these. They're each labelled 1, 2, 3 or 4. So number 1 goes nearest the musician, and it's got the mallet holder, so that's obvious. Slots into the first groove here, and just push it down till it's nice and, this is a bit high, there we are, now it's in. Here's number 2. As you will see, there are these little metal things here, which I'll show you about in a minute, but they're going to be securing these to each other. That's number 2. Number 3, the sticker always faces the instrumentalist, so number 3 goes in number 3. It's not quite going down, so just adjust it till it does. There we are, that's better. Just never be happy with it until it's in exactly the right place. See, that end's not there. There we are. What you'll notice is on these fittings here, all of them have these little prongs at the bottom, which is what these, which slot into the bottom of these. Okay, and number 4 goes out nearest the audience. That's in, good. So, bag number 4 next is our resonators. Be careful with the resonators, they're fragile. Made of metal, but soft metal. Okay, let me open these up. Before we do anything, we clip them open and close that. Now you can see 3, 2, 3, 2. This will be like the white, like the black keys on your piano. So we'll put those nearest to the audience, and they just slot into that groove. The other set of resonators, again, we just secure them with that clip. And these are like the white keys on your piano, and slot into here. What am I doing wrong? Good. So there we are set up now. Just need to put the wooden things on. But before I do that, I'm going to secure these. Now that the resonators are in, that is the time to now lift this up. So can you see there's a little hole just here that it's going to slot into. Push it down firmly, and that obviously holds these in place, they can't fall out. So that's that one. The next one is there, and one here. That's it. Make sure they're just nice and flat so that they don't get in the way of the wooden bars. Alright, so we now have a very secure framework, and we can put our wooden bars on top. So this is our last bag. We've got 2 of these rolls of notes. Natural, that means these are like the white keys, they're going to go along here, and open them with the wide end at that end. Ideally have someone to help you, it makes it easier. Just treat it all carefully, break open the thing from the Velcro, and here we have these nice things. Now, lift it up here first of all, and hook it around these little guides at the end. They are like a stay which will keep the thread in place. And the threading goes through these all the way down like that. Just adjust it as you go, each piece in its place. Now I'm going to just go and lift this cover out of the way. You'll notice that underneath the bars, each one is labelled E or F, G, A, B, etc. Get that out of the way. Lay it down. Now at the far end down here, we secure it down here with these little springs, act like an anchor. And this one too, just oops. Secures through there. Alright, and so we can start these down here. Each one of these resonators has a wooden key over the top of it, obviously. And then we just position each key. This just takes a minute. This is where it's useful to have a second person too, because it can just speed up this process. Just make sure that the cord is being guided into the grooves as you go. If it's not laid correctly, it won't be nice and flat, and it's obviously got to be even. Right, that's the white notes, and now we do exactly the same thing for the white notes. So it's quite important to secure the top end first, and then secure the low end, and only then do you start positioning all the strings, all the keys, because they can. It's just too hard to do it the other way usually. Okay, there we're done. We are now set up. We have a